Question 1, the function f is defined by fx is 9x minus 16. What is the value of f3? So f3 will be 9 times 3 minus 16, 27 minus 16, which is 11. Which equation has the same solution as the equation given above? So 6x is 12 plus 7, 19. So that's D. The graph of the linear function is shown. What is the y-intercept of the graph of f? So you can see that the y-intercept is here, which is 0, 2. So that's option B. The graph of the linear function is shown. Which equation defines P? So we can use y is equal to mx plus c. And we can find the slope using 0, 5 and 1, 2. So the slope will be 3 by negative 1, which is negative 3. And the y-intercept is 5. So it will be y is negative 3x plus 5. Option A. Of the 50 states in the US, 12 states are in the Midwest region. What percentage of US states are in Midwest? So 12 by 50 into 100. So that's 24%. Janice raises chickens. She uses the equation shown to estimate the total feed intake in pounds for X male and Y female chickens that are between 28 and 35 days old. Using the given equation, Janice estimates that the total daily feed intake for her chickens is 90 pounds. If she has 100 male chickens, how many female chickens does she have? So 90 is 0.32 into 100 plus 0.29y. So 90 is 32 plus 0.29y. So 0.29y is 58. So y is 58 by 0.29, which is 200. So B. Which equation estimates the total weekly feed intake for X male and Y female chickens? So this was the daily one, right? So weekly would be 7 times this. So 7 times of the daily intake. The function g is defined by this. For what positive value of x is gx 13? So 4x square minus 3 is 13. So 4x square is 16. So x square is 4. So x is plus minus 2. So plus 2. In triangle ABC, the measure of angle A is 23 and the measure of angle B is 97. In triangle DF, the measure of angle D is 23 and the measure of angle E is 97. Which of the following additional pieces of information is needed to determine whether the triangles are similar? So actually, you don't need any other information, right? Because by AA property, they are similar triangles since two angles are correspondingly equal. So D is the answer. Which of the following linear equations is the most appropriate model for the data shown in the scatter plot? So this would look something like this, right? So the slope is negative, which means B and D are out, and the y-intercept is positive, so it's A. The current density in a wire is defined as the current in milliamperes flowing through the wire divided by the cross-sectional area of the wire in square millimeters. What is the current density in milliamperes per square millimeter of a copper wire with a cross-sectional area of 6 square millimeter when a current of 15 milliamperes flows through it? So current density would be the current divided by the area. So 15 divided by 6, which is 2.5. What is the radius of the circle in the xy plane with this equation? So The equation of a circle is x minus h whole squared plus y minus k whole squared is r squared, where h comma k is the coordinates of the center and r is the radius. So here r squared is 64, so the radius is 8. If this is true, what is the value of x plus 1? So 6 by x plus 1 is 3. So x plus 1 is 6 by 3, which is 2. Fahari kicks a ball on the ground into the air. 1 second after being kicked, the ball reaches its maximum height of 16 feet above the ground. Okay, so 1 comma 16 is the vertex, right? Because it happened after a second. And 2 seconds after being kicked, the ball is back on the ground. Okay, so a quadratic function models the height. Which equation defines this relationship? So if you draw it, it will look something like this, right? So 1 second, this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2. And this point is 1 comma 16, right? So this is, we can simply write it as y is a times x minus 1 whole squared plus 16. So that means if you look at these values, the only option that works is option B. And let's just verify that. If I put 0 comma 0 in this equation, I'll get 0 is a times 1 plus 16. So a is negative 16, which is right. So B. The scatter plot shows the relationship between two variables, x and y. A line of best fit is shown for how many of the data points is the actual y value at least one greater than the y value predicted by the line of best fit. Actual value, at least one, right? So this one, it is at least one greater. And this one also, it is at least one greater. So for two values, the actual y value is at least one greater than the one predicted. Okay, let's go to the next one. A 3000 piece rectangular jigsaw puzzle has two 16 edge pieces and the rest are inside pieces. The equation describes a situation where R represents the number of rows that contain inside pieces. Which of the following is the best interpretation of 48R? So if you look at the jigsaw puzzle, right, and this is the edge pieces. So there are a total of 216 edge pieces and 3000 is the total number of pieces. And 48R covers all the inside pieces, right? So there are 48R inside pieces where 48 is the number of pieces in each row because R is the number of rows that have inside pieces. Which ordered pair is a solution to the given system of inequalities? Okay, so let's start with x equal to -2. So from the first one, y should be less than 7, which is true. And for the second one, y should be less than equal to 2, which is not true, right? So the first one is out. Let's start with x equal to 1. For the first one, y should be less than -2, which is not true. X equal to 0, y should be less than 1, which is not true. And x equal to -1, y should be less than 4, which is true. And for the second one, y should be less than 1.5, which is also true. So D. The table shows the results of a poll that was used to determine support for a county proposal. The results are categorized by county and opinion. If one person who responded to the poll is selected at random, okay, so any of these 2, 7, 4, 5, which of the following statements results in the greatest value? Okay, the probability that the person is undecided given that the person is from county 1. So that's 95. by 2745. Actually, the denominator is the same, so we just have to compare the values in the numerator, and whichever is the greatest will be the answer. So 95 for A. Undecided from county 2 is 91. Given that the person is undecided, wait. Okay, no, this will not be. Okay, sorry. Yeah. We'll have to change some values, I think. So it would be, given that the person is from county 1, the probability that the person is, so 95 by 1601. 95 by 1601 for A. The probability that the person is undecided, given that he's from, so 91 by 1144. Yeah. Is from county 1, given that the person is undecided. So that's 95 by 186. And the probability that given that the person, so 91 by 186. Right? So clearly these two are out because the denominators are really big. And between these two, the numerator is greater here. So C is the answer. The bar graph shows the number of commercials Albert saw each day that he watched television last week. For these 5 days, how much greater is the mean number of commercials per day than the median number of commercials per day? Okay. So this is 16. This is 5. This is 7. This is 8. And this is 14. So the median is 8, 14, and 16. So the median is 8, right? The middle value. And the mean would be 7 plus 5, 12, and 8, 20, 20, and 30, 50, 50 by 5, 10. So the mean is 10. So how much greater is the mean? So it's greater by 2. A county school board in a certain state is proposing a start time of 7:30 for all high schools in the county. Sample of 100 high school students was selected at random from all high school students. The selected students were asked whether they approved of the proposed change, and 70 students said they did not approve. Which of the following is the largest population to which the results of the survey can be generalized? The 70 students, no, that's not what sampling is about. The 100 students who were surveyed, no. All high school students in the county, yes, but not all in the state, that's too large. So C. The bar graph shown summarizes the total number of businesses in thousands and the total number of tourism-related businesses in thousands in Iceland in each of 7 years. Okay. Tourism-related businesses employed 13.5 thousand people in 2009. Which of the following is closest to the mean number of employees per tourism-related business? Okay. So this is 0.58 tourism. So the total number of businesses, tourism businesses, is 580 and employees is 13.5. So the mean number of employees will be 13.5 thousand divided by 580. So let's plug that in. Okay. So that would be 13,500 divided by 580. So that comes to 23.3. So 23 is the closest. In 2008, what percentage of the total businesses in Iceland were tourism related? 2008. So 0.52 by 2.6. So 0.52 by 2.6 into 100. So 52 by 2.6, which is 520 by 26, 13 into 2 and 40, so 20%. The heat capacity of a substance is the amount of energy required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of the substance by 1 degree Celsius. The heat capacity of water is this. Approximately how much energy is required to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water from 22 to 30. So total 8 degrees centigrade. So 4.2 into 8, 33.6, so about 34. Okay, 24. The given equation models the value of an antique dresser T years after its restoration, where T is between 0 and 5. Which of the following models the value of the dresser M months after its restoration? Okay, so this would be, so if it would have to be C, right? Because the thing is that, let's say T is 1, so that means 1 year, right? And that would be 12 months. So I should get the same answer when I put M equal to 12 as I put T equal to 1 in this. So T is equal to 1 will give me 1000 into 1.05, and M equal to 12 will give me the same answer of 1000 into 1.05 for option C. How many distinct real solutions does this equation have? Okay, so basically if you take x minus 5 as y, then this becomes y squared plus 10y plus 25 is 0, which is y plus 5 the whole square is 0. So y becomes negative 5, right? So it's a repeated root. So x becomes 0, right? Because x minus 5 is y. So it has exactly one solution, real solution. One of the two equations in a linear system is given. The system has exactly one solution. Which equation could be the other equation in the system? So exactly one solution means that their slope should not be equal, because then they will intersect. So the slope here is 4. So this line which has a slope of not 4 should be the answer. So this has a slope of 4. This has a slope of 4. And this one also has a slope of 4. So this is the one which has a slope of negative 4. So this is the one which is going to give you a single solution. A drawing of an object has a scale where a length of 4 inches on the drawing represents an actual length of 9 feet. The actual length of the object is 12 feet, which represents the length in inches of the object in the drawing. Okay, so drawing to actual is 4 inches to 9 feet. And that is drawing to 12y, right? So 3 into 3, 3 into 4. So the drawing will be 16y by 3. The dot plots shown each represent a data set. Which of the following statement compares the means and the standard deviations? So the means would be the same, right? Because they are absolutely symmetrical, about 20. So the means are equal, right? And standard deviation would be, here the bunching around the mean is more. So standard deviation would be less for this. And here it is more spread out. So standard deviation is more. So the standard deviation of data set A is less than the standard deviation of data set B. The expression represents the result of decreasing a positive quantity by what percent? So that's 30%. X minus 30% of X will be 0.7x. So you're decreasing it by 30%. The graph of y is equal to fx plus 1 is shown. Which equation defines the function f? So you can see, okay, this is fx plus 1. So fx will look like this. It will be 1 unit below this, right? So now if you look at 2 comma 4 passes through this, right? So 2 to the power x should be the answer, because 2 to the power 0 is 1 and 2 squared is 4. So that is option A. Over a period of 1 year, 2 points on opposite sides of a mid-ocean ridge move the distance of 4 centimeters further apart. What is this distance in meters? So 4 centimeter is 4 by 100 meters, which is 0.04. If 7x minus 3 is 2 times x minus 3, what is x minus 3? So 7 times x minus 3 minus 2 times x minus 3 is 0. So 5 times x minus 3 is 0. So x minus 3 is 0. One of the factors of this is x plus b, where b is a positive constant. What is one possible value of b? So 2x cube plus 14x square plus 24x. So let's take 2x common, x square plus 7x plus 12. So that is x plus 4 into x plus 3. So one possible value of b is 3, 4, or 0, right? Any of those can be values. The table shows the distribution of class sizes for the 109 classes of a high school. What is the median class size at the high school? So 109 plus 1 by 2, which is 55. So we are looking at the 55th value, 23, 53. So 24 is the 55th value. So that's the median. When Urban walks from home to class, he burns 4.2 calories per minute. When he rides his bike from home to class, he burns 5.1 calories per minute. If Urban spent a total of 2 hours walking and bicycling and burned a total of 531 calories, how many minutes did he spend walking? So let W be minutes spent walking and B be the minutes spent biking, right? So W plus B is 120 because he spent a total of 2 hours. And 4.2 W plus 5.1 B is 531. Now we have to find W. So let's multiply this by 5.1. So 5.1 W plus 5.1 B is 12 into 51. 12 into 1, 12, carry 1, 6, 1. Okay, and then we subtract the 2. So we get 0.9 W is 181. So W is 81 by 0.9, which is 90 minutes. In the circle shown, point O is the center and diameter UX bisects WY at point Z. The radius of the circle is 6 and XZ is 2. Okay, this is 2. So OZ will be 4 because the radius is 6. If WZ is root X, what is the value of X? Okay, so because this OX bisects this, it means that this angle has to be 90 degree. So WZ is square root of 6 square minus 4 square by Pythagoras theorem. So 36 minus 16, which is root 20. So X is 20. At a certain location in the Columbia River, the velocity of the water flow at different depths was measured. The scatter plot shown gives 11 measurements of the velocity at various depths. A line of best fit is shown. What is the predicted velocity of the water flow at a depth of 4 feet? So that is 1.2. And for what fraction of the data points is the velocity of the water flow predicted by the line of best fit greater than the measured velocity? Okay, greater. So that will be points below the line. So that's 5 points out of 11. So 5 by 11. Okay, let's grade this. Question 1. C, D, B, A, B, B. C, D, B, A, B, B. 7. 7 is D, A, D, A, B, C. D, A, D, A, B, C. 13. 13 is C, double B, double D, C. C, B, B, D, D, C. 19. 19 is A, C, C, B, C, C. A, C, C, B, C, C. 25. 25, B, C, C, A, B, B. B, C, C, A, B, B. 30 is B. Yeah, 30 is B. Okay, let's see what's happening here. So 3, wait, at 2 to the power 2 is 4. 3 to the power 2 is 9. Yeah, wait. 2 to the power 3 is 8. And 3 to the power, yeah, it doesn't look like, it does look like A. Doesn't look like B to me because fx, right? Yeah, so it has to be 2 to the power x, I think. Yeah, so this 30 looks like A to me. Okay, 31.0404 and 3. 0.0404 and 3. OB is a positive constant, so 0 can't be an answer, right? It can only be 4 and 3. 34, 24, 90, 20. 24, 90, 20. And then 1.2 and 5 by 11. 1.2 and 5 by 11.